beautiful Saturday morning, or afternoon rather. I'm just so pumped up because there is indeed a God, because Tory Lanez has been guilty on all counts. Now, here's the thing. I don't care what the reason was, what the argument was all about, but you don't shoot somebody, especially a woman, just because you got your own problems to deal with. So apparently, this incident happened 2 years ago, and just recently, Canadian rapper Tory Lanez. I never heard of him, and honestly, I don't care if I did. But I am just so happy that, because Megan, like I said, there is a God, because all she was wounded. She didn't die or anything. I'm glad that she's in recovery. She's doing better. She's doing her thing. She's such an amazing talent. And if you look at my thumbnail, look how lovely this woman is. Look at all that talent. Grammy Award winner. And as far as I know, she's around my age. Could you imagine that? Late 20s, early 30s, just killing the rap game, just doing your own thing. And we nearly had that taken away from us because of some bozo, some crusty looking, barely, not even attractive looking man, taken out. So here's what I gathered from some of the information I did research on. Give me 1 second real quick. Okay, I just wanted to make sure my earpieces were on. So yeah, we're good. But from what I gathered from the research, these two had an argument. She was receiving death threats, things like that. And you guys probably know the story more than I do. But like I said, I don't care what the reason is. You don't shoot people over stupid crap. Especially a sister of all things. Bro. Like, really? He's not gonna make it in prison. You know how many inmates are big fans of Megan Thee Stallion? Basically, the entire yard. A whole bunch of inmates, Megan Thee Stallion fans. This guy's guilty of all charges. He's going to jail for life. He's going to prison for life. He's one of those guys who wants to live up that stereotype. This is why people can't feel comfortable around black people, because of bozos like him wanting to shoot up the sisters or just use a gun to resolve all of his issues. We don't need that anymore. We're about to be in a new year, a new beginning, a new fresh start for our lives. And we have somebody, black bozos better beware, because y'all are getting caught. And you don't even have to be a mediocre black bozo. You could be a celebrity and still get sent to prison. Guilty on all counts. Praise God for that. Because it's bozos like him that make black folks like me look bad. Black men, I should say. Because they're living up these stereotypes. Walking around, sagging their pants, acting like they own the joint, shooting people to resolve the conflicts. We don't need that anymore. It's nearly 2023. We need to be 23 and free. Free of bills, free of debts, free of bad relationships, especially free of bum bozos like this brother that's Tory Lanez. It's all over social media. He's guilty on all accounts. He's going to prison for life. He's not getting out. He's not seeing the... he brought this on himself. Because apparently Megan's been getting death threats on social media. And, you know, sadly, it doesn't surprise me. Because when you're famous, you're going to get... every now and again, you're going to get a death threat from somebody. Because it's all about status. It's all about the credibility you show. And you don't even have to show anything off. You know, you could just be a celebrity and go about your normal. Do your usual, what have you. They'll still send you death threats. You know, they'll just be crazy, like psycho. Oh, I love you. I want you to be mine. You better be mine. Ew. I know, I gave you some of you guys goosebumps. I'm sorry about that. I hurt my throat a little bit. But really though, like, this is why people feel uncomfortable around black folks. Because bums like Tory Lanez, they're living up the stereotype. They want to sag their pants, they want to cop an attitude, they want to shoot people all over the place. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, etc. They're just basically like, oh, I'm a gangster because I'm doing this and that. Having a gun and shooting people, that does not make you a gangster. That makes you a coward. Makes you a coward. You want to be gangster? Take care of your kids. Pay your child support. Take care of you and yours. Handle your business. That is what makes you a gangster. That is what makes you a boss. That is what makes you top flight, top of the mountain. Not shooting a Grammy Award rap artist. I got nothing but respect for Megan Thee Stallion. You know, like I said, she's a great talent, very successful in her young age. I believe she's about, I believe she's under 30. Because I believe she was on the cover of Forbes 30 Under 30 magazine. I could be wrong, don't quote me on it. But she's still young nonetheless. She's still doing amazing things in her age. She's just doing great. But Megan, you gotta stay away from the brothers. I'm just gonna say that. Because if brothers like Tory Lanez have proven anything, it's that they're not worthy of being with you, basically. They're not worthy. And they're not even worth talking to, matter of fact. Like, okay, so I was working the other night, and this sister comes in with a man who is white, by the way. But they have amazing, beautiful, light and dark skin colored children. And they looked happy. They were a happy family, you know, very hungry, I'd say. But it's like this. The white guy will want what the black bozo had already given up. That's what I think of it as. Black bozo's ex is another white man's treasure. I'll just say that. And Um, I'm a little stumped at this point because things have been crazy, guys. Things have been really crazy. Guys like Tory Lane's sisters, please stay away from those bums. It is not worth being with brothers anymore. Because all they do is use and abuse. That is what they are good at. That is why you need to stay away from them. Getting tongue-tied. But that's basically how it was, you know. This was 2 years in the making. Tory Lanez is guilty on all counts of assault. And I could get an argument. Arguments can get out of hand. But there has to be a boiling point to where you're just like, well, not a boiling point, but a point where you have to be like, okay, you know what? We don't need to continue arguing about this because we're just going to keep getting upset over it. One of us is going to say or do something we'll regret later. Arguing is such a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You guys need to do less arguing, more listening. And, of course, Tory Lanez, being a guy, and being a guy myself, we have more issues listening. Alright? We hear our women, but we don't listen. We don't listen. I'm gonna keep it real. And if we do listen, that means we're doing something right. Obviously. But Tory Lanez is a bum. I never even heard of him until, I was watching Billionaire Mindset with my lady the other day. And I looked him up. And I was like, he did what to Megan Thee Stallion? So that's pretty much how I was able to come up and do this video with you guys. It's like, how should I put this? We just lost our way as a black man. As black men. There are no great black leaders anymore. There isn't. Real talk. There's no great black leaders anymore. And the leaders we want to look up to, even if they're not, whether they're black or not. Okay, I'll give you a great example. Herschel Walker. A black man that everybody black was supposed to look up to is against women's rights. A black man against women's rights, which honestly doesn't surprise me because he's a man in general, so of course he's gonna say something stupid like that. But being a black man and saying that, and being a politician and denying this and that, it's like he was the last hope that we had as a black society. We were looking, it's like all of the black people we have looked up to just let us down. We don't have any great black leaders anymore. R. Kelly, black man, went to prison. For those of us who actually looked up to Tory Lanez before the shooting incident, looked up to him, shot Megan Thee Stallion, guilty of all charges, goes to prison. Herschel Walker, black man, politician. Do you guys see this pattern here? I mean, they're not all going to prison, but they're all giving us reasons not to look up to them anymore. And it's a shame because they are the black people who we had thought had the most potential, and they end up mucking it up. It's like myself, Nathaniel, and a few other people, a few other black members. It's like we're the only ones who will actually stand up and be black leaders, who will actually show better examples. And you gotta feel sorry for these black celebrities because they're supposed to lead us by example. They're supposed to make a major difference. Honestly, I think everything went downhill right after Obama left, sometime after. I mean, the only couple black leaders I can think of that we can actually look up to are the sisters. You know, Kamala Harris and Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey. The black women are becoming better leaders. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, look at Megan Thee Stallion. She was already a great leader or a great example. I wouldn't say leader because, you know, I don't follow her up on that much. But, you know, a lot of these little black girls look up to her. To them, she's a hero. Especially now. Because, you know, I just thank God that she's okay. You know, it was just a flesh wound. She's gonna make it. She's gonna be alright. And, you know, actually, that just reminded me. So we were also watching, I was watching Billionaire Mindset. He was talking about, excuse me. He was playing a video of this woman who was basically had Stockholm Syndrome. She was with this loser guy, threatened her life with a gun, and she still ended up staying with him. And then she didn't even say, okay, I made a mistake, I did this, I did that, and the other. She didn't say anything. She didn't say anything along those lines. She basically made excuse after excuse. Sisters, you need to leave these bums alone. And this is coming from a black man when I say this. The white man has a higher % chance of treating you better than the brothers do. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Admittedly, a couple of you guys may disagree on it, but you know what? I've seen it. I've seen it in person. I've seen all these white guys with sisters treating them substantially better than the brothers do. Because the brothers don't want to act right. They want to think they're hot spit. They want to bring back this whole alpha male bravado, threaten you with a gun, put his hands on you. They want to live up that stereotype. And enough's enough. I'm putting all black brothers on blast right now. Consider this my Christmas present to all the ladies who are afraid to leave their man, who is a black bum, by the way. Consider this my Christmas gift to you. They're never going to change. especially if they threaten your life, whether they put their hands on you or whether it's a verbal assault. Just leave them, because because your life is going to be in more danger than it already is. It's so frustrating because it's the same thing every time. It's like you think something is chill with the brothers for a minute, and then you check social media and you see another black man, or I should say bozo, because that's what Tory Lanez is. He's a bozo. Shooting up his girlfriend over a stupid argument and death threats. You know Megan's not going to go back to that. She's not. She's going to be like, you know what? After all this I've been through, I'm just going to keep doing me. I'm going to do my own thing for a while. I'm going to keep this music going. Again, don't quote me on it. That's what I just think that her plan of action is going to be. Because she seems like that type of woman who's going to be like, you know what? I've gone through too much hell and high water to deal with this. But we'll see what happens. Like, I'm not 100% on it. These bozos are no good, ladies. Sisters, my sisters, leave these brothers alone. You will be much better off. If you're with a black man and he actually treats you right, that's a gold mine. That's a 1 in a million shot. That's a 1 in a million relationship right there. You have a black man who never threatens you, treats you like gold. That is something to never take for granted. And the only couple I can think of is like that personally are my two pastors. Both black, both have beautiful children together. Just, cherish every single moment with that. Don't take that relationship for granted. As the other brothers, just leave them be. Look for red flags, read between the lines. Mental health is important. Alright? Put your mental health first. Because it's like Mother RuPaul says. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? And for that is where I leave you. I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching so much. Show me the love. I appreciate it. Remember to like, subscribe, keep the notifications turned on. Get those likes up, please. I appreciate it. Share this video to people you know, people you don't know. Happy holidays, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas to one and all. I love you all. Talk soon.